Welcome to Empires in English. Let's unlock your future. Start thinking and living in English. Subscribe and let's begin.
Have you ever listened to an English native speaker and wondered, why does their English sound so effortless, smooth, and melodic, while my English feels stiff, heavy, and robotic? You might know all the grammar rules. You might have a massive vocabulary of thousands of words. You might even be able to write sophisticated professional emails. But the moment you speak out loud, your sentences feel flat. You pause between every single word, your accent feels heavy, your mouth gets tired after 2 minutes of talking, and you feel like you are reciting a dictionary rather than having a natural human conversation. If you have ever felt this frustration, I have great news for you today. The reason your English sounds unnatural is not because you weren't born in an English-speaking country. And it is definitely not because you have the wrong vocal cords. The real reason is that traditional education taught you how to analyze English with your eyes, but it never taught you how to train your mouth, your tongue, your vocal cords, and your auditory cortex as an integrated physical system. Language speaking is 80% physical muscle memory and acoustic pattern recognition. It is an athletic skill, just like playing the violin, learning martial arts, or mastering professional swimming. Today, we are diving deep into the single most powerful, scientifically validated training technique ever developed for speech fluency: the shadowing technique. If you commit to the system I am going to share with you in this video, you will notice 4 profound transformations in your spoken English within 21 days. First, your robotic, word-by-word pauses will disappear, replaced by smooth, connected native rhythm. Second, your tongue and jaw will stop feeling fatigued because you will build the exact physical muscle memory required for English phonetics. Third, your listening comprehension will skyrocket, because you will finally understand how native speakers link, reduce, and drop sounds in real-world conversations. And fourth, your confidence will reach a completely new level because you will hear yourself speaking with the exact pitch, intonation, and melody of an advanced speaker. Grab a large glass of water, get your notebook ready, sit in a quiet space where you can speak out loud, and let's break down the shadowing technique from beginner level to mastery. Let's start by answering the fundamental question. What is shadowing, and where did it come from? The shadowing technique was created and popularized by Dr. Alexander Argels, a world-renowned polyglot and linguist who has mastered dozens of languages. It is the exact same training method used by professional simultaneous conference interpreters at the United Nations, who must listen to a foreign language and produce fluent translation in real time without pausing. In simple terms, shadowing means listening to a native English audio source and repeating what the speaker says out loud with a split-second delay, literally following their voice like a shadow. Now, many students confuse shadowing with a traditional exercise called listen and repeat. Let's understand the massive difference between these two methods. In listen and repeat, you listen to a full sentence, you pause the audio, your brain thinks about the grammar and words for 3 seconds, and then you repeat what you remember. What is the problem with listen and repeat? During that 3-second pause, your conscious brain interferes. You start translating in your head. You start filtering the pronunciation through your native language accent. You try to remember the spelling of the words. Shadowing completely eliminates that conscious delay. When you shadow, you do not pause the audio. You begin speaking 1 fraction of a second after the speaker produces a sound. Your voice overlaps with their voice. Because you are speaking almost simultaneously with the speaker, your conscious mind does not have time to analyze grammar, translate words, or overthink phonetics. You bypass the slow, analytical part of your brain and force your subconscious auditory motor loops to mimic the sounds directly. It is the exact same way human infants learn their first language. A child does not study grammar charts or phonetic textbooks. A child listens to their parents and directly mimics the rhythm, emotional tone, and acoustic patterns through continuous acoustic imitation. Now, why does shadowing work so powerfully on a neurological and physical level? Let's explore the science. Factor number 1. The phonetic gymnastics of English. Every human language requires a unique configuration of facial muscles. The way you position your tongue against your teeth, the way you round your lips, and the way you control airflow from your lungs depends entirely on your native language. If your native language does not use certain sounds, like the English th sound in thought and this, or the difference between the v sound and the w sound, or the dark L sound, the physical muscles in your mouth have never been trained to make those movements. When you try to speak English without physical training, your tongue defaults to the closest muscle movement from your native language. That is what creates a heavy, unnatural accent and physical fatigue. Shadowing is physical gymnastics for your mouth. By repeating native audio out loud thousands of times, you physically train your tongue, lips, and soft palate to adopt the muscular postures of natural English speech. Factor number 2. Mastering connected speech and rhythm. Here is the biggest secret of the English language. English is not a syllable-timed language. English is a stress-timed language. In a syllable-timed language, such as Spanish, Japanese, Hindi, or French, every single syllable takes roughly the same amount of time to pronounce. It sounds like a steady, rhythmic drumbeat. Da-da-da-da-da-da. If you speak English using a syllable-timed rhythm, you pronounce every single word with equal force. You say, I, am, going, to, the, grocery, store, today. It sounds stiff, harsh, and robotic. English does not work that way. English is stress-timed, which means the rhythm is determined by the distance between stressed words. Unstressed words get squeezed, compressed, and reduced to keep a musical cadence. Da-da-da-da-da-da. A native speaker says, I'm gonna go to the grocery store today. Notice what happened. I am going to was compressed into I'm gonna. To the was reduced to a soft, lightning-fast ta-thu. When you shadow, you are forced to match that musical stress timing. You learn how to make important content words loud and long, while making small function words short and quiet. Factor number 3. Pitch, melody, and emotional cadence. Spoken English has melody. It rises and falls like music. When you ask a yes or no question, your pitch rises at the end. Are you coming tonight? When you make a definitive statement, your pitch drops at the end. We finished the project. When you express uncertainty or nuance, your pitch stays flat or glides. Well, I'm not completely sure. Many non-native speakers speak English with a flat, monotonic pitch because they are focusing all their mental energy on grammar rules. When you speak with a flat pitch, you sound bored, unconfident, or disengaged. Shadowing teaches you the emotional melody of English. By copying the speaker's vocal pitch, you naturally learn how to project enthusiasm, authority, empathy, and conviction. Now that you understand the powerful science behind this method, let's look at the complete, step-by-step 5-phase shadowing blueprint that you can practice at home. Phase 1. Selecting the right audio material. The success of your shadowing practice depends entirely on choosing the correct material. If you choose the wrong audio, you will become frustrated within 5 minutes. Here are the 4 golden rules for choosing material. Rule 1. Keep it short. Choose an audio or video clip that is between 1 and 2 minutes long. Do not try to shadow a 60-minute movie. A 1-minute clip has more than enough phonetic density to train your mouth for 30 minutes. Rule 2. Choose realistic, conversational content. Avoid ancient audiobooks, formal political speeches, or scientific lectures unless you specifically need them for your career. Choose modern podcast interviews, lifestyle vlogs, TED Talks with engaging speakers, or natural conversational dialogues. Rule 3. Choose a speaker whose voice you genuinely admire. If you are a male, choose a male speaker with a clear, comfortable tone. If you prefer American English, choose a speaker with a standard American accent. If you prefer British English, choose a clear British speaker. Rule 4. Make sure you have an accurate written transcript or subtitles. Phase 2. The Deep Comprehension Pass. Before you start speaking, you must understand the meaning of the content. Sit down with the audio and the transcript. Listen to the 1-minute clip once or twice while reading along. Look up any words you don't understand. Make sure there are 0 vocabulary mysteries. If you don't know what a sentence means, you will not be able to replicate its emotional tone properly. Phase 3. The Connected Speech Mapping Pass. This is the phase that 95% of learners skip, and it is the secret to mastering native speed. Take a printed copy of the transcript, or open it on your screen, and grab a pen. Listen to the audio with headphones at normal speed, and mark the transcript with 3 specific symbols. First, draw a linking curved line between words that connect together. For example, when the speaker says, "pick it up," notice that the K in pick attaches to the I in it, and the T in it attaches to the U in up. It sounds like pikey tup. Draw a link between those words. Second, draw an upward arrow over words that are stressed and have high pitch, and underline words that are reduced and whispered. Third, draw a vertical slash mark wherever the speaker takes a breath or makes a natural pause. What you have just created is a musical sheet of English speech. You can now see visually where the voice flows, where it pauses, and where it connects. Phase 4. Scripted shadowing with low speed. Now it is time to open your mouth and produce sound. If the audio is too fast, reduce the playback speed on YouTube or your media player to 0.85 speed or 0.9 speed. Put on your headphones. Keep your eyes on your marked transcript. Press play. As soon as the speaker begins talking, start speaking out loud along with them, maintaining a split-second delay behind their voice. Do not whisper. Speak at full conversational volume. Focus on 3 things during this phase. Number 1. Match the speaker's mouth shapes and vowel lengths. Number 2. Follow the links and reductions you marked on your transcript. Number 3. Match their pauses and breathing points. Repeat this scripted pass 3 to 5 times until you can comfortably keep pace with the speaker without stumbling over any words. Phase 5. Blind shadowing at full native speed. This is the ultimate mastery phase where true neurological wiring occurs. Set the audio back to 100% normal native speed. Put the transcript away. Turn off the screen, close your eyes, and stand up straight. Press play. Listen through your headphones, and shadow the speaker purely through your ears. Your eyes are completely disengaged. Your ears are absorbing the acoustic signals, and your vocal muscles are immediately reproducing them in real time. When you do blind shadowing, you will feel an incredible sensation. You are no longer thinking in words or letters. You are flowing with the pure rhythm, melody, and energy of the English language. Do this blind pass 3 to 4 times. To give you an immediate, practical understanding of how connected speech works during shadowing, let's break down 5 essential phonetic mechanics that native speakers use constantly. Mechanic number 1. Consonant to vowel linking. In English, when a word ends with a consonant sound and the next word begins with a vowel sound, the consonant jumps across the boundary and attaches to the vowel. Let's look at examples. Instead of saying, hold on, native speakers say, hold on. Instead of saying, not at all, native speakers say, not at all. Instead of saying, check it out, native speakers say, check it out. Instead of saying, first of all, native speakers say, first of all. When you practice shadowing, you must stop treating these as separate words. Treat check it out as a single three-syllable word. Check it out. Mechanic number 2. The flap T sound. In American English, when the letter T or double T appears between two vowel sounds in an unstressed syllable, it is not pronounced as a crisp, hard T. It transforms into a soft, rapid flap sound that resembles a light D or a quick tap of the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Look at how this transforms common words. Water becomes water. Better becomes better. City becomes city. A lot of becomes a lot of. Get out of here becomes get out of here. If you pronounce water with a sharp, explosive T every time, your speech feels rigid. Practicing the flap T during shadowing will instantly make your English sound 10 times more natural and relaxed. Mechanic number 3. The reduction of function words, the schwa sound. The most common vowel sound in the entire English language is the schwa sound, represented in phonetics by an upside-down E. It is a completely relaxed, neutral, lazy sound. Native speakers use the schwa sound to reduce small grammar words so they can move quickly to the important content words. Look at how these words reduce in real sentences. The word to becomes ta. Instead of I want to go, it sounds like I want to go or I want to go. The word for becomes fair. Instead of this is for you, it sounds like this is fair you. The word and becomes on or just n. Instead of rock and roll, it sounds like rock and roll. Instead of salt and pepper, it sounds like salt and pepper. The word can in positive sentences becomes couldn't. Instead of I can do it, it sounds like I couldn't do it. When you shadow native audio, do not fight these reductions. Embrace them. Reducing function words is not bad grammar, it is the fundamental rhythmic architecture of the English language. Mechanic number 4. The dropped H in pronouns. In fast, connected conversational English, when pronouns starting with the letter H, such as him, her, his, and have, follow another word, native speakers often drop the H sound completely and link the vowel to the previous consonant. Let's look at real-world examples. Tell him becomes tell I'm. Ask her becomes ask her. I should have called him becomes I should you've called him. What is his name becomes what's his name. When intermediate learners hear tell I'm, they get confused because they are listening for the H sound. When you train your mouth to shadow these dropped sounds, your ears will instantly recognize them when listening to real people. Mechanic number 5. Elision, dropping unnecessary sounds. Elision occurs when a difficult consonant sound is naturally omitted to make the transition between two words smoother and faster. The most common examples involve dropping the T or D sound when it sits between two other consonants. For example, instead of saying next door, native speakers drop the T and say next door. Instead of saying last night, they say last night. Instead of saying hold on tightly, they say hold on tight ly. Instead of saying you and me, they say you and me. Understanding elision removes the stiffness from your vocal delivery and allows your speech to glide effortlessly from one phrase to the next. Now, let's address the most common challenges and questions that learners encounter when starting their shadowing journey. Challenge number 1. I can't keep up with the speed. The speaker is talking too fast. If you feel completely overwhelmed by the speed, that is totally normal for your first week. Do not try to force native speed immediately. Lower the speed to 0.75 or 0.8. Focus purely on getting the mouth shapes and linking right. Once your muscles feel comfortable at that speed, increase it by 5% each day until you reach normal speed. Challenge number 2. My jaw and throat hurt after 10 minutes. If your facial muscles feel slightly sore, congratulations. That means you are actually using muscles that have been dormant. Just like going to the gym for the first time, your mouth muscles will adapt. Keep your practice sessions between 10 and 15 minutes per day. Quality and consistency are far more important than exhausting yourself with a 1-hour session. Challenge number 3. How do I know if I'm doing it right? Use the recording technique. Once a week, take your phone, open the voice recorder app, and record yourself shadowing a 30-second clip. Then, listen to your recording side by side with the original native speaker audio. Listen critically without judgment. Did you pause where they paused? Did your pitch drop where their pitch dropped? Did you connect check it out into check it out? This feedback loop gives you objective clarity on your progress and shows you exactly which sounds need a little more polish. Let's do a complete, comprehensive summary of the 5 phases of the shadowing technique so you can start your training right now. Phase 1. Material selection. Pick a 1 to 2 minute conversational clip with a written transcript and a clear voice you enjoy. Phase 2. Deep comprehension. Listen to the clip once or twice and verify all vocabulary meanings. Phase 3. Connected speech mapping. Mark your transcript with links, stresses, reductions, and pause slashes. Phase 4. Scripted shadowing. Play the audio at slightly reduced speed and shadow out loud while reading your marked notes. Phase 5. Blind shadowing. Close the transcript, set the audio to full speed, close your eyes, and shadow purely by ear. And remember the 5 core mechanics of natural English. Consonant to vowel linking, the flap T, the schwa reduction, dropped H's, and elision. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars on expensive accent reduction coaches. You have the ultimate speech laboratory right inside your headphones. Dedicate 15 minutes a day to this 5-phase shadowing routine. Treat your mouth like the instrument it is. Within a few short weeks, you will stop feeling like an outsider struggling with English rules, and you will start speaking with the natural flow, resonance, and confidence of a truly fluent speaker. If you found immense value in this deep masterclass, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more powerful communication systems, and drop a comment below. What is one audio clip or speaker you are going to shadow today? Thank you for watching. Train those vocal muscles, speak out loud with confidence, and I will see you in the next video.